Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time, and it's not even close. Much debate ensues when discussing who the greatest quarterback of all time was. Names like Dan Marino, Roger Staubach, and even the great Joe Montana get tossed around. While all three of these QBs were absolutely and undoubtedly some of the greatest of all time, Tom Brady is leaps and bounds better than all of them. I would like to provide you with a little background information on Tom Brady, and then discuss the statistics behind why Tom Brady is better than Dan Marino and Joe Montana. According to biography.com, Tom Brady was born on August 3rd, 1977 in San Mateo, California. This is where he excelled in both baseball and football. In fact, Tom Brady passed up the opportunity to join the Major League Baseball Association so that he could go to college at the University of Michigan and play football for the Wolverines. Although he was a member of the school's football team, Brady did not spend much time on the field in his first 2 seasons. It wasn't until his junior year that he served as the starting quarterback. But that season, Tom Brady threw 350 passes for 2,636 yards. In his final season, he helped lead his Michigan Wolverines to a 2000 Orange Bowl victory. Moving on into the NFL, Brady was drafted in the 6th round. In fact, Brady talks about his experience in the NFL draft. He states that while he was in the green room, he felt so discouraged after his name not being called round after round after round after round that he eventually just got up out of the draft room, went outside, and started throwing baseball with his father. It wasn't until the 199th pick in the 6th round by the New England Patriots that his name was finally called. Initially, just like in college, Tom Brady served as the backup to Drew Bledsoe. He only played in 1 game in his first season. However, the 2001 season was a different story. After starting quarterback Bledsoe was injured, Brady took over for him. And when I say that Brady took over for Drew Bledsoe, I mean that Tom Brady took over the game of football. He proved to be a strong leader with an incredible arm and great accuracy. Anyone who doubted his abilities only had to look at the team's record, an impressive 11 wins and 3 losses in 14 games that Brady started. In the postseason, he helped the team secure a win over the St. Louis Rams in Super Bowl 36. He received the Most Valuable Player award for this Super Bowl. And take note that this was all in his 2nd year as an NFL quarterback. After only 5 years in the NFL, Tom Brady not only had 1, not 2, but 3 Super Bowl rings. And over this same time, he created the ability to perform well in great situations and to perform incredibly in huge games. Because over this 5-year span, not only did he win 3 Super Bowls, but he also acquired 2 MVP awards. If all of that is not enough to convince you why Tom Brady was the greatest quarterback of all time, let me compare stats with the great Dan Marino and Joe Montana. Let's start with Dan Marino. Now, Dan Marino is undoubtedly one of the greatest of all time. He led his Dolphins to an incredible record in and out of every season. The man was putting up big numbers in the NFL before putting up big numbers was the norm. He was a statistical machine. And in fact, he set a record in 1984 of 48 touchdown passes in 1 season. And that record stood until the 2004 NFL season, a record that stood for 20 years. You see, according to NFL.com, in his first 12 seasons in the NFL, Marino recorded 45,173 passing yards, 328 TDs, and 200 interceptions. Now, this is much higher than Brady's 39,979 pass yards and 300 TDs. So what separates these 2 QBs? What makes Tom Brady better than Marino? Because Marino was statistically better than Tom Brady. The difference is efficiency and wins. You see, what I didn't mention is that Tom Brady only had 115 interceptions in his first 12 seasons as an NFL quarterback. And you see, Dan Marino had 200 interceptions. Tom Brady's efficiency was unparalleled. And you see, Dan Marino, how many Super Bowl wins did he have? 0. Zip. Nada. You see, Tom Brady accomplished something in his second year in the NFL that Dan Marino couldn't accomplish in 17 seasons. Brady's better, right? That is what I have concluded. So while championships don't mean everything, they play a huge role, in my opinion, in determining greatness. And that is why Tom Brady is better than Dan Marino. And so now we look to the great Joe Montana, the idol of many young quarterbacks. In his first 12 seasons, Montana threw for 34,998 yards, 242 touchdowns, and 123 interceptions. As previously stated, Brady recorded 39,979 pass yards and 300 TDs. It's easy to see the difference here. However, Super Bowls matter, correct? We stated that previously. Joe Montana did something that no one else in the history of the NFL could do. He went to 4 Super Bowls and won every single one that he went to. He appeared in 4 Super Bowls and he won 4 Super Bowls. Tom Brady, while he is statistically better, appeared in 5 Super Bowls but only won 3. And so some make the case that because Montana won 1 more Super Bowl, he is better than Tom Brady. However, I respectfully disagree, because winning a Super Bowl makes you elite, correct? It makes you a great player. And so Tom Brady has proven the fact that he can win the big game, and he has proven the fact that he is statistically better than Montana, and therefore, because he is statistically better, and because he has the ability to win the big game, he is better than Joe Montana. Now, with my last point, I would like to bring in the phrase QBR. Now, for those of you who don't know, QBR stands for quarterback rating. According to ESPN, QBR was developed to measure the degree to which a quarterback contributed to scoring points for the team, and also to a win by the team. A player's QBR basically defines them as a quarterback. In order to determine QBR, you must take into effect passing completions, touchdowns, interceptions, the ability to be clutch, and everything of that matter. And so it basically defines someone as a quarterback. Marino's total QBR was 86.4. Montana's total QBR was 92.3. And Brady's total QBR was an astounding and unparalleled 96.4. Due to his stats, due to his ability to win the big game, and due to his total QBR, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback who ever lived and ever will live.